Hi, my name is Beth and I'm the sewing pattern designer and blogger at Sew DIY. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to sew a French seam. I'm also going to give you my personal tips and techniques for creating a really precise and beautiful French seam. If you're not familiar with French seams, they're a method of sewing your seams and finishing them in a two-step process. So instead of sewing the seam and then using an overcast stitch like a serger or a zigzag, you stitch the seam twice and you enclose the raw edge in your seam. It creates a really beautiful finish, and it's really nice when you're sewing with delicate fabrics that won't stand up to all the stitching of an overcast stitch. Sometimes if you have a delicate fabric and you just punch it with the needle a whole bunch of times, you can actually damage the fabric. So a French seam is a really good alternative to an overcast stitch or zigzag when you're sewing with delicate fabrics. A French seam would also work with a light to medium weight linen or cotton like this, but I would steer away from doing a French seam on a heavyweight fabric because it'll just get too thick and bulky. I used to hate sewing French seams. I thought they were tedious, they took forever, and I never really got a good finish at the end. I'd have wonky seams or raw edges poking out on the right side, and they just didn't look good. It took forever and it didn't feel worth it. But over the years, I've developed a technique for making French seams really beautiful, making it worth my time and worth that extra effort of sewing them. So the way a French seam works is you're actually going to sew your seam twice. First, you sew it wrong sides together, and then you flip it around, you enclose that raw edge, and you sew it right seams together. So on the inside, you're going to get this little folded edge, and your raw edge is enclosed in the middle. It's a really nice way to finish it, but it's kind of tricky sometimes to figure out your seam allowance. So I'll put some notes down in the show notes and in the blog post about recommendations for your seam allowance. But what you want to do is figure out the two seam allowances you're going to sew for each seam and make sure they equal the desired seam allowance given in the pattern. For example, if your pattern has a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, you'll want to start out by sewing 1/4 of an inch for your first seam and then 3/8 for your second seam. 1/4 plus 3/8 is going to equal 5/8, and you'll have the correct seam allowance. If you're sewing a pattern with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, you'll want to sew 1/4 of an inch for your first seam, 1/4 of an inch for your second seam, and together those will equal 1/2 of an inch. If your pattern has 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, you'll want to start with a 1/8 inch seam allowance for your first seam, then do 1/4 of an inch for your second seam. Together that will give you your accurate 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. All right, let's get started and I'll show you all my tips and tricks for making a beautiful French seam finish. So here I have my two pieces of fabric, and I've marked that this is the wrong side. For our first step, we're going to put our fabric wrong sides together, and this will feel really unnatural because we're so used to putting right sides together. So before you start stitching that first seam, just make sure that you have them wrong sides together. I've accidentally put my fabric right sides together many times, so trust me, it's worth it to do that little double mental check. Do I have these wrong sides together? Okay, these are pinned, and now I'm going to go over to the machine and stitch 1/4 of an inch. So for our first seam, I have my fabric with the wrong sides together and the raw edges aligned, and I have my machine set up for a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm using a 1/4 inch foot, and my machine has a setting for 1/4 inch seam allowance. But if your machine doesn't have this, I have a video that's all about making a guideline for your seam allowance, so I'll link to that here. All right, so this is just like a normal seam, just stitch right along. good idea to do a little back stitch at the beginning and end. Here is our 1/4 inch seam allowance, wrong sides together, and now let's go back to the pressing station. All right, here I have my fabric stitched wrong sides together at 1/4 inch. I'm going to give it a little press to set that seam, and then I'm going to grab my scissors, and these are just my regular fabric scissors, and I'm going to trim down the seam allowance to 1/8 inch. You really want to make sure that you trim it down and do not skip this part, because if you don't trim it, you might end up with some of these little furry bits of fabric peeking out of your finished seam. So trim those down, you'll be glad later. And now what we're going to do is open this out. So now we want to try to press this little seam open. And the reason we're pressing it open is it will help us fold it right sides together more accurately. Because what we want to do next is fold it right sides together and have the fold right along this seam line. But sometimes it can be hard to fold it accurately. But if we press that seam open first, it's going to be a lot easier. So what you can do is just come in with your fingers and press it open. And then bring your iron over and kind of starting at one edge, just get in there and nose along. If you're having trouble getting the seam open with your fingers, you can use a tool like this and use it as a little guide as you press along with your iron. And usually you can get your iron to just nose along that seam and press it open. So here, this one got folded over, but we'll just hold it with our little hem tool, a little piece of metal so we don't burn our fingers, and get that all pressed open. Now we're going to fold it right sides together and prepare for our final seam. So just with my fingers, I'm going to fold it so the fold is right along that seam line and press. You want to give a good press, and you can see the fold is right along that stitched line. And if it's not exactly there, you can just adjust the fabric with your fingers and give it a little press. Now I like to always put some pins in here because when I'm sewing French seams, it's often a wiggly fabric, so it's really helpful to have a few pins to hold it in place. So just do a few of those and then take this back over to the sewing machine. Now here I have my fabric. This is where we last stitched our fabric. You can see that little stitching line there, all pressed very neatly, and our fabric is now right sides together. And again, because I'm using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, I'm doing 1/4 inch right now. So we'll just start stitching, do a back stitch, just like normal. And we'll stitch all the way down. Doing a little adjustment because I feel like this fabric's getting a little tweaked. So all the way down, back stitch. Okay, there's our seam. So this is the inside. Here's our inside, and here's the right side. And you can see there are no stray threads. Everything is enclosed in the French seam. All right, here we have our fabric with our second seam sewn, and this is stitched right sides together. I'm going to set this seam, just do a little press, and then open it up, and I want to press my seam to one side. So just gently, I'm going to use my iron to press that fabric over, and here we can see this is the back side. All you see is one line of stitching. It's really clean and beautiful. There are no frayed edges sticking out. All of that raw edge is all concealed in our seam. So it takes a little bit more time, a little finagling, but it creates a really, really beautiful seam finish. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that video and that you're going to give French seams a try. You can use this seam finish with a lot of different kinds of lightweight to medium weight fabrics, and you can even use it in a lot of different patterns. Some patterns will instruct you to use a French seam, but others won't. But don't be afraid if you're using fabric that really lends itself well to a French seam to adapt the pattern instructions and use this method. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and if you haven't already, I would be so honored if you hit the little subscribe button down below and then hit the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. Happy sewing!